Fireworks erupted live on GB News as Labour leader Keir Starmer was brutally challenged over his handling of migrant hotels. A staggering new poll revealed that 71% of Britons believe he has lost control of the crisis, while even senior Labour figures put him on notice in front of the nation. Starmer tried to project calm authority, but the pressure mounted relentlessly. Then came the bombshell. A damning warning from inside his own party that left the studio stunned. Watch the clip.
Before this, I want to say a big thank you to all our supporters who helped us reach our very first 1,000 subscribers. That achievement truly means a lot and inspires us to keep giving you our best. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now. Most people who watch our videos aren't actually subscribed. We know life gets busy, but subscribing is completely free and it really helps us grow. Our next goal is 3,000 subscribers, and with your support, we can get there even faster. You can also support the channel by checking out the links in the description, where you'll find some valuable books. They cost you no extra, but each purchase gives us a small commission that helps us improve our content. Thank you so much for being part of this journey.
Bombshell new YouGov poll reveals that over 70% of voters believe that the Prime Minister is mismanaging the issue of migrant hotels.
The polling follows a High Court ruling which will force the Home Office to remove 138 migrants from the Bell Hotel in Epping. Other councils are now preparing similar legal action.
Well, the Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, says Labour is cutting asylum costs and overhauling the appeals system.
But with Nigel Farage set to unveil plans for mass deportations this week, the Prime Minister faces growing pressure to prove that he has a grip on the migration crisis.
Well, joining us now in the studio is former Conservative advisor Oscar Redrop. Morning to you, Oscar.
Good morning.
And this is the Prime Minister under pressure.
Yeah, hugely. And I think this has been, it's one of the key issues for voters. I think if you can solve the illegal immigration problem we have in this country, and then all the offshooting pressures that come with it, which is, particularly as we've seen over the last couple of weeks, the asylum hotel issues and the protests around that, you will win the next general election. Like whichever party, can absolutely convince, or, let's not forget, the Labour Party, they have the reins here. They have the power to fix this problem. You will win the next general election. So the motivation should be there, yet the answers are absolutely not. And I think there's a degree of burying their head in the sand, Keir Starmer, on this issue. I think that's reflected in this poll by just wanting to work within the existing structures. We'll give some more money to this crime agency to, smash the gangs, inverted commas, upstring. That's not working. We'll speed up the processes in terms of applications. That's not clearly working. And so that's why you're getting people within his own party, and that's the shift change that we've seen now in his own party telling him, you need to think more radically.
You see, the thing is that what people will also be seeing is that it's a reactive government. I know they've been in power for a year and they've got other issues to deal with as well. The fact that, there is no money, they're trying to raise taxes, they're trying to do all these other sort of things. And they've only... excuse me, and it feels like it's only now that they've got round to, in a major way, the immigration side. And meanwhile, it seems to be, it's always Nigel Farage who says something, and then all of a sudden they're kind of run around.
Yeah, and I think there are Labour politicians, voters, MPs that find that incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
That they have a quite stiff Prime Minister, to your point, Penny, who is just always slightly behind the curve. And, like him or dislike him or whatever your feelings are about someone like Farage, he does have a slightly innate ability to not need polling, to not need to wait, 10 minutes after the fact and just kind of sense what the country's thinking and needing and wanting in that moment. And so Keir Starmer, naturally, is not the most proactive, charismatic, kind of fluid leader. He's always behind that curve.
You just want to, if you were advising him, would you have just said, look, let's just get ahead on something, even if it's not this, get ahead on something, because it seems to be that there's almost nothing there on the front foot about it.
I think to be fair, and you have to be as objective as possible, I think to be fair, like number 10 and people like Morgan McSweeney, his chief of staff in number 10, big player in number 10. I think they're not they're not complete idiots. Like, they understand, like, there is a priority here that needs to be sorted, and I think they understand that. And they talk a lot about immigration. There's a lot of policies that we have about sorting this issue out in this country. So they get it. But it does sometimes come down to you do feel like the message might be right. You know, smash the gangs. Okay, yeah, that would be great. But like the messenger's the wrong person at the wrong time for this issue, I think, when I think of Keir Starmer.
And also, just never do slogans.
Yeah,
never do
they always come back to bite you a little bit.
It also simplifies the issue, doesn't it? I mean, stop the boats or smash the gangs. I mean, clearly it is not that simple, because if it was, it would have been handled by now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who work in politics who think kind of the free word slogan thing is, you know... maybe there was a period of time where that did work.
Education. Tony Blair. Yes, it worked. Yes, but other things.
I think now people are wiser now, and I think if anything, it just enrages them when they see the real world and they see that it's not happening for them.
Yes, let's have longer sentences.
Well, meanwhile, we've got this growing resentment and criticism within even Labour ranks, haven't we? I mean, we've got Labour councils looking at the possibility of legal action over these migrant hotels. We've also got Lord Blunkett, the former Labour Home Secretary, saying the government needs to take more radical action, saying they're failing to get a grip on the issue of migration, even talking about leaving the ECHR.
Yeah, so if I'm Keir Starmer, and this is a relatively quiet, you know, hoping it would be anyway, kind of late August bank holiday, that intervention from someone like Blunkett, who is, you know, a real Labour Party grandee, obviously, that is a hand on the shoulder. That is, I would be hugely concerned if I was Keir Starmer